So now we're going to take an improper fraction and learn how to turn it into a mixed number. We had two strategies. One involves dividing and one involves subtraction. So I'm going to start with the subtraction one first, okay? So we have 11/4. But I know 1 whole is going to be 4/4. So I'm going to just take that away. And so that's going to give me 7/4. Now, remember this is a whole, so I'm going to just put a little 1 whole underneath it. But I still have an improper fraction. So that means I can come over here and we can subtract 1 more whole. So now we have 2 wholes. And when I subtract that, I get 3/4. Well, now that we don't have an improper fraction, we have our mixed number. You just don't see it that clearly. So we have 1, 2 wholes, and 3/4. So 2 and 3/4. Some of you are very weak in division, so this might be a better example if you can subtract basic facts and keep up with how many times you take a whole away from your improper fraction. But let's do it using division as well. So I need to know how many times 4 can go into 11 without being too large. So I know 4 times 1 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 3 is 12. Well, 12 is larger than 11, so we can't use that. We have to use 2. So I put my 2 there, and now I multiply. 2 times 4 is 8. And so now we subtract, and I get 3. Now, the number on the top is going to be your whole number, which is 2. And then we follow it from top around the circle. So 2, come down to the bottom where our remainder is, 3, and come up and get our denominator 4ths, 2 and 3/4, which is the same exact answer we got by subtracting. In math, there are several different ways you can do it. It's just a matter of which one makes sense to you, which one you can understand and see more clearly. So try it out both ways. See which way you like best. Let's go to our second example, 12/5. So I know I'm going to be subtracting 5/5 until I can't subtract anymore. And then that's going to give me the remaining fraction. So here we go. So I'm going to subtract 5/5, and 5/5 is the same as 1. And that's going to give me 7/5. And I still have an improper fraction, so that means I can take another 5/5 away. And that's going to give me 2/5. So now I do not have an improper fraction anymore, so I count my wholes. 1 whole, 2 wholes, and the remaining fraction part is 2/5. So now let's do it using division. And I am so sorry that I'm running out of boardroom, but I'll make sure it gets all in. So, how many times can 5 go into 12 without being larger than 12? 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3, 15. 15 is too large, so it has to go 2 times. And then 5 times 2 is 10. And now we're ready to subtract, which gives me 2. So remember, the number on the top is my whole number, which is going to give me 2. And then we follow the circle. We go down to our remainder, and that's going to be our numerator. And we read it back up, and that's going to be our denominator. So we still end up with 2 and 2/5. Your turn to practice.